I have generated over 70 million views for me and my client. I have grown my personal brand to over 36,000 followers. But today, if I decided to start from scratch and from zero followers, there are some things that I definitely wouldn't do. So let me quickly tell them to you so that you don't waste your or I don't waste my time. Let's get into it. So here we are on the screen. The first and the most important point that I think a lot of people get wrong while creating their personal brand is they try to emphasize on quality. But what does quality even mean? Quality, which a lot of people thinks is viewership. Like if there is more quality, you will get more views. But what is quality? Is like, let's say, having a better camera. Having a better camera, is that quality? Having better mic, is that quality? And if that's the case, then there are a lot of people who don't have this. How do they still go viral? Now that's the fallacy of trying to have best quality, because to be honest, like literally think about it. It's a very subjective concept. Everybody can go viral. Even the person with the best lighting, best camera, best setup can go viral. Mr. Beast can go viral, and even somebody without that can go viral. And they do go viral. So, my question to you is, if quality is a subjective matter, then why focus on something that we cannot control? That's the first thing I definitely wouldn't do. Second is I would forget trends, or I would, let's say, I wouldn't just worry about trends. Trends are really important. Like, to be honest, trends are important. I'm not going to be like, forget trends absolutely. But if you're just a beginner, then to be honest, it's better to forget it, because there's a good reason why I say that is, if you always try to optimize for, let's say, the best uh, trending audio, the best trending news, the like blah 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 blah, then there's a good chance that you might obsess over the wrong stuff. Like I've seen so many good creators, they forget about giving value and just obsess over trends. And that's how like a lot of people who could have had great personal brands die down after a certain point of time, because they come as a trend and go away the moment trend fades. A good example is Ashton Hall, who grew insanely, was going viral everywhere, and now nobody's talking about him. Like he was a fab, he was a trend. So usually it's better not to forget trends, but to not focus on them as much as a lot of people do, because like at the end of the day, that's not sustainable. Like have 20 to 30% trends, to be honest. Now that I've told you what I wouldn't do, here's something I would do, or technically I wouldn't do, is I wouldn't not focus on the undeniable truth. Now, what does that mean? I would focus on the undeniable truth. Now, what is this undeniable truth? Right? Here's the interesting part of the whole video. There's only one thing on social media that's undeniable. That's like facts. Just like in normal human life, it's like physics is facts. Like Newton's third law, second law, first law is facts. Similarly, in content, there's only one thing that's facts, and that is DATA, data. The only thing that is unarguable is data, because it's, let's say, we take a data is like, let's say, your skip rate. The amount of people that skip in the first 3 seconds is above 70%. Then that means the first 3 seconds of the video, people are not watching it. That means the first 3 seconds of the video is shit. It is shit. It's undeniable, because that is exactly what data means. It is not guesswork, it's literal proof that this is what it is. So, what I would suggest people not to do is ignore data. Don't ignore data, because that's like the biggest loophole or strategy. The only strategy that I think personally has worked for me and my clients really works. Because think about it. What is more predictable than data? Okay, I know skip rate is high, then I need to lower skip rate, so I need to make better hooks. The first 3 seconds, I make better hooks, skip rate decreases, viewership increases. Now, what's the next problem? Right? Sounds so simple. Isn't that simple? But That's the most predictable form. So let's talk a bit more about data. But now that you know what you shouldn't do, let's talk a bit more about what you should. On Instagram, there are some key metrics that you can get from the Edits app, which as a beginner, you only need to know these two data points, to be really frank. Like, I'll keep it very short, I'll keep it very concise. First is your skip rate. How many people are skipping in the first 3 seconds? And second is your average AVD, average view duration. How many people are watching till how long? If this is good, video's value, the body, the script is great. If this is good, then that means the hook is great. If let's say you have a video that has a good skip rate but a bad AVD, then take this hook and combine, oh shit, and combine it with a video that has a good AVD. So what I really did with a client that really worked out well was in some video he had like 30% skip rate, like really low skip rate. Very less people were skipping, but the average view duration was shit. So the script was bad, but the hook was good. So we took that hook and combined it with a video where the average view duration was great, but the hook was bad. And we made it together and it smashed. It was killer because it was data. It's literally predictable. There's usually almost 90% of the times this shit works. And that is how we grew our client, one of our fitness clients, from like where the moment we started, his viewership dropped from like 100K to 10,000 per video. And that was like scary. The problem was his skip rate was about 70%. So we tried hook formats that worked for him before that had a lower skip rate, and it again got back to normal. So data is pretty simple to understand. I wouldn't go really deep on this video, but because this is a video about what you shouldn't do. And if you want to know everything about a quick guide, so this is a video about what you shouldn't do. It's a reverse psychology video. But if you want like a positive video that gives you a step-by-step guide of what you exactly need to do in like quick 15 minutes, then this is the video you exactly need to watch. I hope this helped. And if you're a coach, consultant, or agency owner who wants to grow his personal brand but you don't have time or just want somebody to do it for you, click on the first link in the description. If you're not making over $10,000, that's not for you. But definitely I'm gonna create more content coming up. So you can just follow this channel and watch this video, and I'm gonna put more free value coming up. Peace.